Good morning, Baltimore. I hope to have earphones in because that would have literally deafened you. We're back. We're back to another video. Look at this. We took about 8 weeks off and then, no, we took about 5 weeks off, 6 weeks. We took a while off and now we're back. We're on fire, we're on a roll. It's only my second one, but I'm going to be on a roll. I'm going to be on a roll, guys. Because two things. A, I want to share a bit of food and a bit of, we'll do fitness in this video. It's not really fitness, it's my part of my recovery journey and this whole postpartum vibe. We're officially 9 weeks postpartum today. I thought I'd be back in the gym by now. I actually haven't had my doctor's appointment yet to clear me to go. I know in myself that I feel absolutely fine to go to the gym. My appointment's in 2 days, so I'm just going to wait for that and then go. I'm not in a rush to go. I'm actually very much looking forward to going, and see now that I've had 9 weeks, I do feel really ready to go, if that makes sense, and not just, okay, 6 weeks, I better go back to the gym. It's a, do you know what, I've taken a lot of time. I've taken a lot of time and I feel good. Focused on my core recovery more than anything. I was going to say go on walks, guys. I've been lucky if I've been going to walk once or twice a week because the weather, if you're not from the UK, basically it's rained 50 days in a row from the start of the year. And I said in my last video, this has not been the year of the horse like I hoped thus far. I feel much better since that video. I think we're in a bit of a slump, a bit of a down, a bit of a, everything's just piling up on me, but I feel much better. So welcome to, today's actually Friday, bit of a random day, but yeah, I want to show you a lunch, because if you're like me and have 5 seconds to make lunch, I found a chef's kiss one that keeps me full for a very long time. And I'm not gonna lie, I am actually quite hard to keep full. I'm a hungry person, and especially when I'm breastfeeding, my god, I need portion size, I need satiety, when something's satisfying and full and actually keeps you full. I need it to be healthy and good and delicious and all the things. So I want to show you what lunch I've been making because it's on point. Other than that, the core workout, I'm actually going to include one in this video because the only exercise I have been doing is core recovery, and it's core recovery exercises. It's not workouts to lose weight, it's not how to get shredded, how to get abs, anything like that. It's literally trying to heal my core postpartum, because if you've had the baby, you know your core feels like an empty hole, there's nothing there. And I really want to build up the strength in my core again before going back to the gym, because there's no point in trying to lift a weight above my head when my core isn't working, and then I'm going to do my back in and all sorts, the joys. But if you missed my last video, I have just also released my 6-week core recovery program. So if you need a core recovery program, you need to build up your strength in your core. Whether you've had the baby recently, whether you've had the baby a year ago, 10 years ago, and your core's still not right, you can do this at any point. If you've got ab separation, anything like that, like leakage, back pain, all that kind of stuff, you can do this program. And if you are already back in the gym but you still feel like your core's not working, you can do this alongside the gym, because it's such a gentle program, but it works. It's a gentle program, but it works. I'm actually going to show you what a wee tip at the start of this video whilst I finish getting ready, because I've been doing it over on TikTok. I kind of every second morning I'm coming on and being like, this is your reminder to learn how to breathe and actually engage your core, because so many people are doing core exercises postpartum but they're not doing them correctly, and you're actually making something like ab separation worse, or it's just not helping at all. So I think I'll do it on here, show you what I've been doing, and just give you a wee tip and a wee trick, and that's that. So happy Friday. Good morning. Let me show you what I'm talking about, that I've been posting over on TikTok for a bit of help with your core. And this doesn't actually just apply, we're doing this so you can see my core. This doesn't apply to people that have just had a baby, by the way. If you're trying to learn how to work your core properly, this is also for you as well. But the whole program that I have launched is all about postpartum recovery and building your strength back in your core after it's been shot by pregnancy. So long story short, if you are trying to do some kind of core workout, deep core work, pelvic floor work, bring your body back together after pregnancy, basically what a lot of people are doing is they're doing the moves but they're not doing them properly. Thus, if you have ab separation, which I still have a bit of it going on, I'd say still at least a finger around about the belly button, if you don't engage your core properly and breathe properly, you will literally make it worse, because you're going to be doing these exercises and you're not controlling the pressure, and what's going to happen is you're just going to get that bulge and you're just going to we're just going to make it worse, essentially. So what we want to do is, we're not sucking in, because when I started posting these on TikTok, people are like, why are you sucking in? I'm not sucking in. If you suck in, if you're trying to look skinnier, right, and you suck in, you're like inflating your rib cage when you do that, and you're not actually pulling your stomach in. You're like, like that's not what we want to be doing at all. So what I want to do is breathe in through our nose, right? Fill our stomach up with air, and when we blow out is when you want to draw your belly button into your spine. Also make sure your posture is correct. So right now I'm a bit kind of arched. We want to tuck your hips in, right? Not squeezing them forward, but just tucking them in so that they're neutral. You want to, that alone, by the way, look at the posture difference, right? If I'm standing like this, I'm not going to do anything with my stomach, just correct my posture. Look at the difference in my stomach, just by standing properly. So fill your nose up with air to then fill your belly up with air, and then you're going to breathe out. Pull your belly button to your spine, not sucking in, it's engaging, okay? We're engaging the muscles, and we're doing belly button to spine, and we're going to, if anything, you'll feel your ribs kind of coming together and down. Try and pull your hips together, like that's what to think about. Think about trying to pull your hip bones together, pull your belly button into your spine. If you can throw on a pelvic floor, basically just try and hold a pee at the same time. That is the basis. So I would normally do this lying down if I'm trying to like learn how to do it, and that's how you work out if your back's flat on the mat, because you're going to be pulling your belly button in and your back will be against the mat or the bed or the floor or whatever you're on. That's how that's going to look lying down, and then from there is when you're going to go in to start doing the exercises. When you're in this position, this is me lying down and doing like a knee march thing, okay? We're not doing it standing up, but look at the difference. If I just didn't do that and was just doing the exercises, right? The belly is not engaged, you're not really doing anything. You're just working your hips, like your hip flexors. Whereas, if you're doing it when it's engaged, it's your actual abs and core that are working. And that, people, is a fundamental thing you need to do before you start cranking out any exercises. But this is a 9-week postpartum checkup. Please don't anybody ever compare their journeys to anybody else's. This is not my most confident state to be posting videos in. As you guys know, I normally am like really lean, have abs and stuff. So for me, whilst I'm confident in how I look, obviously I'm only 9 weeks postpartum, but this isn't my most confident state to be like filming my belly in. But yeah, I want to show you guys the difference, just engaging your core. If you do not know how to do it still, then my program teaches you how to do it, like proper sit down, follow along videos, breath work, teaching you through the workouts and the exercises if you need to bring your core back together. But that's that. Follow me on TikTok if you want to do it every day with me. I'll remind you like when you're getting ready. And this is the thing, you can do it at any point during the day, so I kind of do it when I'm getting ready just to keep training it. But then when I do my actual core exercises, I already know how to do it, you know? So that's that. I hope you found that helpful. I actually think later when I do my core exercises, which I don't do every day by the way, I do them like every second day, then I will re-show you how to do that again, like with the exercise. But I'll be doing that like later on, probably like 4 or 5 o'clock at this rate. I've got stuff to do. And unfortunately the exercises have to wait, but it is only like 10-15 minutes every day. Sometimes I actually just fit, not every day, every other day. But what I'm finding is I'm actually doing them at night time. I always say to Adam, see when we sit down at night to watch TV, watching Fallout right now, when that is on, please remind me to go on the floor and do my exercises for 10 minutes, because I do genuinely don't find the time during the day all the time, especially with 2 children. A newborn alone, yes, because they sleep quite a lot and you can put them down, put them in chairs. With a toddler, not so much. I actually just whipped my Ninja Creamy back out. I have not used this in honestly months, and do you know what it is? It's just the convenience, and it's so lazy because that's a machine there and I keep it in the cupboard, and then it's noisy at night, and obviously I'm trying not to wake Blake up. However, I've had this in the freezer for like a couple of months now, and Blake keeps asking me for ice cream because we give her these like orange ice lollies and they're 100% orange juice. But she is a fan of this stuff like me, right? We've got the sweet tooth going on, so I thought, do you know what? It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not, it's 12:30 in the afternoon, and it's sunny outside. I was like, let's have an ice cream date, and it's delicious. I think this is like, it's like vegan yogurt, chocolate milk, protein, cacao powder, maple syrup. The recipe is somewhere, I'll find it and link it down below if I remember. But it's actually great. And you can mix stuff in it, like do like Oreos or whatever, chocolate chips and things. But if you do put mix-ins in it, you then can't like mix it again. You need to put the mix-ins in if you're eating the full thing at the time. But this is going back in the freezer, and you know what? She's gonna be under the impression that this is ice cream. I mean, it is. Don't get me wrong, I do not give Blake ice cream, obviously. I'm all about balance, as you know, but do I want to have ice cream every day? No. So this is going to be our every other couple of days, and then, you know, special occasions we'll have full-blown ice cream, but yum. Okay, I have maximum like 10 minutes to make lunch and digest said lunch, and then I need to get out of the house. So I'm going to show you the quickest, like, high protein, high fibre, delicious, actually filling lunch. I don't do salads, I don't do like really light meals. I like a good sturdy meal that's actually going to fill me up and support everything I'm trying to do, and that's maintain muscle mass before I go back to the gym, that's breastfeeding, that's just like postpartum recovery, it's everything. So we're doing a tofu flatbread now. This literally will take 10 minutes max. I've just got these flatbreads, any flatbreads will do. We're going to pop the grill on, and then we'll go do our tofu. It's only 19 minutes past 1, so let's see if we can do this by 1/2 give ourselves 11 minutes. Any tofu will do, but we just kind of chop it up into little squares. Ideally this could actually be pre-made, this tofu, and you could do this in advance and just have that in the fridge to like reheat during the week, and this would take 2 minutes to make. So in the pan, this is about 150-200 grams of tofu, which is exactly what we need for like a serving size. And for example, not all protein comes from protein food. So this flatbread, for example, this isn't even like a protein flatbread. It has 9 grams of protein already just in the bread alone. It is quite a sturdy bit of bread. It's 223 calories if you happen to care. I am breastfeeding, I am not in the calorie bandwagon. I am eating good nourishing food, stay nice and full, and this is exactly how we're going to do it. So we're going to chuck this in the grill for like 2 minutes whilst the tofu's going, and we're getting on the way. We're going to add this seasoning, just like a tiny bit, because I'm not an overly big fan of like seasoning stuff. I'm quite a plain eater, but we're just going to do a sprinkle of this. I just got this in Asda, like kebab, gyros, gyros, whatever the word is, seasoning, just to be sprinkled on the tofu, and then we're literally going to put that on the flatbread with a tiny bit of mayonnaise and salad. I feel like the hot mess express today. I'm going a million miles an hour. Right, we have 2 minutes until 1/2. This is just vegan mayonnaise. I do believe it's like tzatziki or something that you're supposed to put on flatbreads, but we don't have that. So any kind of like slightly creamy sauce, even like a plain yogurt or something would be good, but I'm not the biggest fan of lots of sauce either, so that will do. That'll do. So we'll just do as much as fills this up, and then we'll just have the rest on the side. Also, this pan needs to go because everything is just sticking. Sadly, don't have any salad, which makes this, obviously gives it a nice wee crunch and a bit of green. So we'll have to look past that. Just imagine a nice bunch of like lettuce leaves on the side. But there we go, there's a 30 grams of protein, little 10-minute lunch. It is officially 29 minutes past. 29 minutes past. There we go. Tofu, gyros, I don't know how you say it. Tofu gyros minus the salad. Like a cucumber salad would be chef's kiss. Here ye be our first hike of the year on our adventures of life. I'm not gonna lie. It said 10 degrees and there was sunshine, but I feel like I'm in the the Arctic. I've got this one. Actually, he's like a hot water bottle. My lips are starting to go a bit numb. You know when you try and talk, you're like shut up. Might that be the Wallace Monument I see over here somewhere? It's a bit colder than I anticipated, but we need to be a bit more active outdoors. It's not quite Australia, but I guess it'll do. Say that again. You go run. Excuse me, I'm 9 weeks postpartum. I don't think I can run. As someone that doesn't run, I don't think you can just hit it with a run. I think my pelvis will fall out. Windy, and we actually typed in a really, this is called like Dumb Yat Walk or something. I'll put it on the screen what it's called. We just typed in a random one that wasn't too far away, and then my 3 friends just started walking down the hill, and they're like, there's definitely how random. Oh my god, there's a lot of dogs and a lot of mud, and oh Jesus, right, I need to pay attention. Welcome to Monday. I'm going to show you my core exercises, not like a full workout, but just a couple of things I've been doing, give you some tricks, like tips and tricks to get started if you are postpartum and have no clue where to go. Like I said, I have a full program on it, but I kind of want to show you more so what I meant by engaging your core and breathing through the exercises. So are you going to scooch scooch? Scooch scooch? No. No? Okay. No. I have posted a few of these workouts across TikTok and Instagram, so if you want a more, we're currently at the 9 weeks postpartum. We do have obviously a layer of body fat to lose, and we still have a bit of ab separation here behind the belly button. That's where I had it last time too. So top section is doing okay. In terms of coming back together is the bottom part. So each to their own, and everybody's journey is different. Please remember that. This like state of body might be in shape to some people and might be out of shape to other people. To me, it's fine. Like, I have no issues with how I look, but I just don't feel strong and fit like the way I normally do. So obviously me going back to the gym and eating a certain way and stuff is to actually feel my best as well, and obviously there's aesthetic benefits to it too. So let's see if you can see this mat. I think you might be a bit too high. What we're going to start with, oh my gosh, is like we were doing standing up at the start of the video. There's no point if you don't engage your core at all, right? You just leave it like this and then you start doing like heel slides. You are doing nothing for your core. Like, this isn't doing anything whatsoever. You're literally just moving your feet. So what you actually want to do, let's start actually like this so you can see, is remember through your nose, fill up your belly, and then you pull your belly button into your spine, and then you would like slowly do a heel slide, for example. This is a nice beginner exercise. You can obviously reset between reps if you are really struggling with holding your core. So see if you're not, I'm not being a horse. I'm not being a horse. I'm not a horsey. You've got a rocking horse right there. Girlfriend, your outfit's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. We're doing like a bird dog, right? Which is a really good exercise, a beginner friendly C-section. As long as you've been clear to do gentle moves like this, all fine. So like I said, if your belly's just there, it's not doing anything. So what you want to do is for example. There's plenty of other exercises. Now that is like a beginner's version. What I've advanced to personally is using a block and increasing the difficulty by going on one knee. So adding in that balance element. So when I do this, I now have to also control balancing myself as well as the actual exercise. And it just obviously adds another layer to your core. So out. I'm not very good at this one yet, I'm still wobbly. Woo. The point in core recovery exercises is that they're meant to be slow, very controlled, and they're very, very boring. They're so boring, and trying to actually make yourself do them is a challenge, but honestly the difference it makes when you do try your best to make your core exercises a priority. And again, it's not for abs. Yes, obviously the look of abs will look better when they're actually where they're supposed to be, but it's also just for core function and stability and being able to actually like live your life and not have back pain or pee yourself or, you know, issues issues in general. So like I said, we still have a bit of a fluff going on. For my own personal body, I don't normally sit at this level of body fat, so I'm excited. I'm actually starting a new series. I'm doing it on Instagram and TikTok, but I want to do longer versions of it on YouTube, and it's going to be called The Rebuild, because this is not about weight loss for me. I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm probably not even going to weigh myself. I might actually weigh myself to see if I go up, because I do think it'll be interesting to share with you, to show that you can change your body shape. And if you're someone like me who isn't like overweight, you're just trying to change your composition, i.e. bring your body fat down and put your muscle mass up, that it might look on the scale that you've put on weight, or your weight stays the same, or there might just be a small difference. But for me, the changes are that I want to feel strong again. Like, I feel so flat and so weak. Like, I feel like if someone tried to get me right now, I would not stand a chance. But yeah, I want to be strong. I've got 2 babies to be able to carry now, and quite a lot of the time they both need carried at the same time, and you can't do that when you feel fragile and weak. And obviously it's about health as well. Having muscle mass has so many health benefits, and it's also mental clarity. And like I said in my last video, I really hope to do some kind of like fitness event this year, possibly a High Rocks or something like that. So you need to train for that. You can't just show up and hope for the best. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found these tips and tricks helpful. Like I said, I did have a full course. I do have a full course on it, and it's down in my description box if you want to check it out for yourself. You don't have to be postpartum, and you don't even have to be newly postpartum. If you're someone who wants to build up your core, you can do this too. But happy, what did I say it is? Is it Monday? I think it's Monday. And I'll see you guys in the next video, episode 1 of the rebuild, and I'm going to vlog everything. And it's not just to show you my journey and my results, it's going to show you how you can do it as well. Bit of information, bit of education. So come and join in the journey.